what's going on, you guys? I am here to briefly talk about some shows. Every so often, I'm going to probably talk about a show that I've watched while recovering from surgery. And the most recent one, I'm going to start with the most recent one because I've seen a lot. I've watched a lot of shows, but I'm going to have to go back and watch some of them in order to get like back and on track and kind of remember everything that happened with them. But this most recent one was Dance Moms on Lifetime. Listen, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna rant for maybe about 10 minutes about Dance Moms, and then you guys are gonna get like the gist of what I thought about it. I've never seen Dance Moms before in my life. Never. I've seen it around. I know who Abby Lee Miller is. I know a couple of the girls. I knew that, the girl Maddie Ziegler, she was the girl that was in the Sia, like the chandelier video. I knew about that. And I even started following Asia Monet, like Asia Ray. I started following her because she like posted a cover or whatever. She can really sing. And then she's like really beautiful too. So I started following her and I found out she was from Dance Moms. And then I also follow Nia Sue. But I didn't, I never actually went back and watched it. So I actually started to watch it maybe about 2 weeks ago, and I've like nonstop watched it. Now I think I'm like in the middle of season 4, so I'm still not done with it. But I'm around the time, like this is around the time where this like the original girls start to kind of fade out. Because I think like maybe us like a couple more seasons, and then like all of them are gone. I think that it might still be going on right now, but it's all new girls. And the original girls that were on the show from like season 1 through like 3 and 4, they're not there anymore. So that I honestly I don't really care because I like grew to really like know and love these girls over the course of that. So I really honestly don't really care too much about watching them. I might watch it, but I don't care. I don't know. Anyway, so I am kind of like worried because well, I'm surprised actually. I mean, I don't know if they ever talk about it, but I am sure that a couple of them probably um I'm sure that a couple of them probably ended up going to therapy, after shooting for this show, because there is no way, like as a child, taking that much like verbal abuse from a grown ass woman and like mothers, like other mothers, like it just to me it was a little bit crazy, especially some more than others. I mean, even though Kendall cried all the time, like Kendall would receive a lot of like mess from Abby because she wasn't as good, like she felt like she wasn't as good a dancer as Maddie, and she kept on trying to push her to be like Maddie or everybody in the dance company. She was trying to like have them all like try to mirror Maddie and all the things that Maddie did on stage. Oh, you're not serving enough face, but watch Maddie do it. Watch Maddie do. Like it was just really like kind of messed up the way that she treated some of these girls. Paige and Brooke definitely got like, like a lot of crap thrown at them, and a lot of it did have to do with their moms too. And I'm not going to sit up here and excuse the behavior. When it came to like moms and stuff, like Kelly and Christy, they were the ones that were the most vocal about a lot of the things that was happening on the show, which I understand. You want to, but at the same time, sometimes it was just a little bit too over the top, and then it ended up trickling down to the girls. All the arguments that they ever got into, all the arguments that any of the moms ever got into with them, with each other or with Abby, it always trickled down to the girls. And I think that it was just so like it was just so like it made for good TV because like a lot of these fights were like hilarious.
I'm not. I'm talking to my friend.
Then you're yelling at her. You had too much to drink.
Oh,
You better
whatever.
settle it down. Bitch.
Stop!
Bitch.
Stop!
Kick your ass.
Stop! Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't hit me.
But like it was also very damaging to me, I think, to the girls to actually experience seeing their moms act like complete and total children. Like they should be the ones acting like that. Like they're kids. But like the kids sometimes seem like they were more mature than their moms. I'm just like, what the hell? The only moms to me that ever like really to me like were really really good to watch on TV because they kept themselves like they were really much so like real and they kept themselves at a certain level, were Holly and like Christy Ray. Asia's mom. The rest of them, it was like teetering. I would get annoyed at Christy sometimes, and I would also get annoyed of Kelly a lot. Melissa, to me, she just got caught up in a lot of like mess, a lot of lies and stuff. It just seemed like I was watching it for the girls more because they were the dancers or the talent. But like the moms always kind of overshadowed the girls. My favorite seasons were definitely seasons 3 and 4, the one that I'm on right now, because it's like they were doing like a lot. In the beginning, it was like, teetering on like good and like kind of just there, because even with the dance sequences, like a lot of their dancing was just kind of like the same kinds of things over and over and over. But when we get into season 3, season 4, it kind of picks up a lot. The choreography is a little bit more difficult, a little bit more intricate, which obviously because they're a little older, they can kind of handle like a higher difficulty, higher level of choreography. So I kind of like that with it. But and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Asia was very different when she was introduced. It was very different. Like she shook the table, and she made Maddie, like not Maddie. She made like Mackenzie really scared for her life. Oh, she got scared for her life when Asia came, because Asia had this level of like she put on this face, and she was able to play characters well, and she was like a firecracker. And then that's what I really really liked about Asian. Like when she was dancing, I was like, some of the other dances, some of the other girls, I would like watch it, but then I'll be like, that's nice. With Asia, it was like I was like dead at like looking into the screen like, this girl is amazing. And the thing is, it's like maybe even not even all that technically sound, fine, but she knew how to perform. She knew how to put on a performance and how to entertain people. And that's what they really liked about it. That's why she kept winning. She kept winning because she entertained the judges. They had a good time watching her. They probably didn't get bored. When you are not serving a lot of face and a lot of personality on stage, then it gives the judges more leeway to actually like critique you more heavily on your technique than if you like really like put on a huge show and like made it so that they couldn't really like, if you really serve with like the performance level, they're really not going to be all that like into the little intricacies of your technique, because they're going to be like so wowed by the way that you put on a show. They're like, oh yeah, that's good for technique, that's good, that's fine. That is the reason why Asia to me was one of my favorites. The way that Nia was treated was completely ridiculous. I mean, every single time we turned around, she was getting solos ripped from her, all this stuff, and all the corrections that Abby said that she was making for her. She didn't spend enough time to me on Nia as the other girls sometimes, and I feel like it's one of the reasons why Nia like didn't always do well competition wise. She did come together, like she came together for those group routines though, that the group routines that she was like the lead in, they always did well. Most of them always like did well. But I did have a little bit of an issue with she's always never like really featured all that much, and it has probably a lot to do with the fact that she is Black. I hate saying that, but to be the only Black one on the team, and then the only like leads that you ever get, the only solos that you ever get, they have to be period pieces, civil rights movement stuff related to other cultures. Really, like I just like, obviously like nobody else could have played Rosa Parks. Jill, that whole Kendall could have played Rosa Parks thing, that's also a thing that I'm like, the problematic as hell. But I feel like unless it was something that was related to Black culture, something that was related to another culture, something that was like related to like animals and or this and that and the other, like African stuff, like she played a dog in one, I was just like, come on. I feel like you really just did the very, like you did the most to try to break this girl's confidence in herself down. And I feel like the reason why she didn't do well a lot of the time in competition was because she was always being told that she was less than this person, less than that person. Make sure that you don't choke. Like, you can't always be like that towards a child, especially when the child sees other people getting a lot of recognition for the things that they do. I feel like it's just ridiculous. And the thing is that Holly, okay, she definitely held her own during that entire thing. To actually sit there and watch your daughter be like torn down week after week after week, it had to be hard on her. But she knew that Nia really wanted to dance, and it was everything that she ever wanted. So like she would read her back. Now sometimes she would come out and she would say, speak her piece, and every single time she did, it was always very, very much so like correct. Like Holly was almost never, like, I don't think she was ever wrong about any of the times that she chose to speak up. Because the thing is that Holly was always kind of quiet. And even Christy Ray said, like, she's the only one that doesn't curse. Like, she's like, everybody done dropped the F-bomb here except for Holly. And I'm like, I'm glad that she knows, because Holly actually she never cursed in this show. When she would clear someone, it would be like right on point. And that she wouldn't take that long to actually tell somebody about themselves. And a lot of the times it would go over their heads because homegirl she's intelligent. She's an educator. She's intelligent. I feel like she didn't really have to. But the thing is that every single time she did, Abby always took it out on Nia. And I feel like that was just completely like wrong to do. Not only that, she's very put together, and that she knows that if she was the type of person that would go off the way that like Christy and Kelly did, it would be way worse off than Christy and Kelly. Christy and Kelly getting all loud and doing all this extra stuff with Abby, people like laughed. I feel like nobody would laugh if it came to Holly. Why? That's why. You know how, Black women are always seen as being angry and bitter and just mean and nasty, even when they're not. That is something that I feel like Holly was very much so like, she was very much so aware of, and you could tell she was aware of it because there was a moment in time where, Abby was choreographing this piece where there was a bully, and she immediately wanted Nia to play the bully, and Holly had to step in like, you're not about to cast my daughter as the bully, being the only Black person on this team, and you want her to be the bully. We're not about to feature that imagery on national television. We're not doing that. And I applaud her for that. But all in all, the show is actually very, very good. And if you're somebody who hasn't watched, Dance Moms, I would say you definitely should watch it. The girls that I enjoyed watching dance the most were Nia, Asia, and Chloe. Chloe never got enough, and I think that's the reason why Christy would get a little bit irritated, because Chloe would never get the recognition that she deserved, and it had a lot to do with the fact that Christy and Abby were always at odds, and Abby would always take out all her frustrations with Christy on Chloe. Chloe would always be second fiddle to Maddie, and that was kind of an irritating thing to watch myself. But at the same time, I kind of was just like, if Christy and if like they both would just act like adults, none of this stuff would be happening to Chloe. Chloe just wants to dance, and the thing is she's beautiful when she dances. Like, her legs are long and everything, and it just, people with long legs who do like ballet and contemporary and stuff, they look very, very good with doing. And I feel like her technique was also very on point, because everything just seemed like so effortless when it came to her. When she would hit a move, it would just hit, and it just was like, just right here. So I felt really, really bad for Chloe. Anyway, that's my rant about Dance Moms. I could talk about it further, but then it would take like a whole hour to talk about this show from start to finish. Like, it would really take a whole hour. There was just like specific things that I really wanted to talk about, having to do with, like I said, Nia, and the way that Abby kind of treated certain girls on the team. It just wasn't warranted. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope that everybody has a great day. Okay, make sure you're following my social media. And then, of course, make sure that you are staying tuned for my single that's coming out. It's called I Got You. It's coming on July 23rd. Okay, I am, again, excited for it to come out and excited to promote it. I'm going to do live performances and everything else for it. I just cannot wait. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.
Anything, anywhere, anytime, I don't care, it doesn't matter what we do, ay, 'cause I got you, yeah, I got you, hey. Hop in the coupe, put that thing on cruise, bumping your favorite tunes, making it all about you. Everything that I do it for you, ay, 'cause I got you.